Okay, so ayun po. Let us begin with our discussion. And for our discussion and question document examination, our first topic would be papers. Course documents are made of different kinds of materials including paper, writing material, and ink. We'll first go on to the papers. Okay, the word paper originated from Egypt, which they called as papyrus. Galing po kasi the word paper originated from the Egypt, wherein they use a plant called papyrus plant in making papers. Okay? Again, inulit ko po, paper ang pinagmulan nito. Now, they use this for more than 4,000 years. And itong nasa dulo, papyrus is a type of grass called reeds. Ang reeds po ng mga plants ay our grass rather, itong reeds, bumalik ka, is a type of grass wherein its characteristics is tall, slender, ng mga grass. Now, in making papers, no, baka nagtataka kayo, baka lang naman, na how does this kind of grass turn into this kind of paper? So, the process would be, they will gather the fibers of this grass, the papyrus plant, and then they will mash it. They will lay it flat on a surface, and then they will let it dry by sunlight. Okay, in Tagalog, ito pong halaman na to, kukunin nila yung mga fibers dyan, no, mga hibla-hibla niya, and then didikdikin po nila. Pagkadikdik nila, ilalagay po nila yun sa isang surface kung saan papatuyuin nila sa araw. Pag natuyo, ito na po yung resulta. Yan, ikakat-kat na lang po afterwards. So, yung ganong klaseng process, hindi lang po dito yon sa Egypt ginamit, kundi dun sa first paper ever. The first paper was made, as far as we know, is in China 2,000 years ago. Like, ang tawag dito, it's around 200 BCE. No? They made it from the barks of mulberry, bamboo, and hemp. Okay? Yung mga halaman na yon, same din yung process nila. No? They mash it and they lay it in the flat surface and then they let it dry. Tapos, eto hong nasa kaliwa banda, this is what we call plate. No, dati po, sa printing industry, kailangan na kailangan to. Kaya, isa sa mga nawalang trabaho is the plate makers. Bakit? Kapag ka magpa-publish kayo ng maramihan, gumagamit po ng ganito, which is called again, plate. Tapos, dyan po ilalagay yung ink. And then, yan po yung ididikit. Parang ini-stamp na lang sa mga papel. Tapos, ito na po yung result. Itong nasa kanan banda. Okay, yan nga pong papel dyan is one of the one kind of all these papers, no? Yung mga paper made of mulberry bark, bamboo, or hemp. So, ano pa kailangan malaman sa papers? Now, in the 2nd century BC, parchment or vellum was created as a writing surface which is being crafted from skins of goats and lambs. Okay. So, ito po yung example niyan. This kind of paper was made from animals naman. No, dun sa previous na mga sinabi natin is from plants. Okay. However, ito, wala kasing panulat dito sa PowerPoint na ganito kasi 2007 pa itong model. So, pakisulat na lang po. Parchment is a general term na tinatawag when the papers are made from animal skins. Ulitin ko. Parchment is what we call to papers that are made from animal skin. The word vellum, on the other hand, is used specifically to indicate a paper made of animal skin. The particular animal is a calf or yung mas bata pong version ng baka. Okay? Ulitin ko. Parchment, general term. Animal skin, automatic parchment. But if it's a calf skin, made of a calf skin, then that would be vellum, particularly. Okay? Naway nasulat or natandaan man lamang. So, let's move on. Okay. Paper is later on spread all over the world. The first paper-making mill was established in Spain, 1150. Okay, ito hong nandito, ito hong makina na yan, yung malaking makina na yan, yan po ang paper mill. Okay, it's a mechanism that rotates, no, coordinatingly para makagawa or yung process ng paggawa ng paper. Ulitin natin, the first paper making mill was established in Spain 1150. Bakit kailangan ko emphasize yun? Kasi iba pa po ang paper mill sa plant. The first paper plant in America was founded by William Rittenhouse of Roxborough. Okay, noong 1960. First paper plant in America. So, this in Europe though, sa Spain una, 1150, yung paper making mill. And then the first paper plant in America is founded by William Rittenhouse of Roxborough. Okay, let's go on to the types of paper. So types of paper, newsprint. Least expensive, made up of ground wood. Tatandaan nyo lang po kailangan dito sa newsprint. This is a very thin and brittle version of a paper. So, hindi po siya ganun kagandahang quality. But, it is used for printing. Specifically news. No, medyo ano siya, when it comes to durability, when it comes to ang tawag dito, tensile strength, medyo mahina itong klaseng papel na to. Pero yun nga, mura siya. Number 2, offset. More expensive than newsprint due to its content. Can resist water. No, the one characteristics that defines or distinguishes offset from newsprint is the resistance in water. Oh. Number 3, ang pinakaalam na alam, bond paper. Okay, used in work regularly in office work. So, dito, when it comes to bond paper, ang kailangan lang baka hindi pa alam ng iba, no, there are different MSG kung tawagin. May kita nyo yan sa mga rim ng bond paper. No? Yung MSG represents kung gaano kakapal ang bond paper doon sa kada papel. No, the more MSG it has, the more expensive it becomes. Yun lang po kailangan tandaan dyan. Number 4, lightweight. Comes in smooth or crackle finishes snap-out forms, which are frequently made with manifold papers made from wood fibers. Another example is Bible paper. So, lightweight papers, commonly uncoated ang finish na neto na characteristic. Ginagamit din sa mga Bible papers. At ang lightweight po is itong mga sinasabi, itong snap-out forms na to, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga klase ng papel na madali lang pong itanggalin na klase ng ng pagkakagawa. Yung snap-out form, literal na snap-out. Tapos, ang lightweight nga po, based on the word itself, manipis din po siya. Manipis lang din po siya. Commonly made with manifold papers. Okay, so yon, 4 pa lang yan na types. So, meron pang iba. Number 5, specialty paper. Includes carbonless paper which is coated on both sides to transfer data from one page to another. By the way, hindi na ako naglagay ng mga pictures dito kasi ngayon na modern time, most of the pictures almost parehas lang. Minsan nga naka-presented lang sila as rims. Yung parang isang balot ng bond paper. So, yun lang po yung mga makikita nyo. Pag nakita nyo yung picture naman, hindi naman siya distinguishable agad. So, hindi ko na ni-require, hindi na ako naglagay ng mga images. Baka lalo lang kayo malito. So, when it comes to specialty paper, ito po yung paper na commonly used in OR, official receipts, or may mga klase ng resibo na may ganito po, wherein kahit wala po kayong carbon paper na ilagay, ipitin, pag nagsulat ka dun sa ibabaw, there are around 2 or 3 layers pa na malalagyan din ng sulat. Okay? Ayan po yung sinasabing carbonless siya, pero coated to transfer the data from one page to another. Okay. Itong gum papers naman, yes, bago sa pandinig, for hopefully most of us, Use primary for labels, curl proof. Yan na po pinakatatandaan nyo when it comes to paper that doesn't easily get curled up. Curled po yung yung binipilog. Yan, gusot-gusot. Gum papers are curl proof. Usually used for labels. Yung labels po yung mga advertisements na ginagamit. Text papers. Ito pa, isa for advertisement din to. The most expensive uncoated paper because of its superior grade comes in antique vellum. Ayan, gamit po siya. Used for promotion pieces, announcement, invitations, greeting cards. Text paper, kadalasan. Okay, coated paper. Goes through several... Oh, I'm sorry, typo. That is layers. Several layers of coating. Some of which are dull coated to cut down the glare used primarily in textbook publication. So, dito sa coated paper po, kung nakikita nyo yung mga mamahaling libro, meron pong parang matte, kung hindi, ang tawag dito, hindi shiny. Okay? Coated paper din yon. And then, may coated paper din po na shiny. No? So, ang coated paper, basically, makapal po yan because it goes through several layers of coating. 9. Bristol. Ito po, dito gawa yung mga index card and tag papers, mga ginagamit sa folders. Bristol, tandaan, there is a strength is its most important feature. Craft paper. Pasok po dito yung mga paper bag na ginagamit commonly sa markets. LCC, hindi na nga gumagamit nito. Horse, unbleached, heavy paper, noted for strength. Used for paper bags. Ayan nga po pala, nakalagay pala dito. Package wrapping and corrugated boxes. Mamaya lilinawin natin yung word na corrugated na yan. So, another type is Tyvek. New kind of paper, strengthened with plastic filaments. Repels most ink, principally used for manufacture of large mailing envelopes. So, ito pong Tyvek na to. It is a paper na meron na pong layer ng plastic, okay, or ng polymer. Kung saan, it repels, ang ibig sabihin ng repels ink, hindi po basta-basta tinatablan ng general na klase ng ink. So, may particular ink to be used para masulatan mo tong klase ng papel na to. Another one, safety paper. Pinakagamit for cheque. Okay. These are printed with fugitive inks or invisible inks that develop a strong color when treated with an eradicator or with an ink eradicator. For example, the word void appears when ink eradication solutions are applied to the paper. So, ang mga cheque po, kapag tinry mong lagyan ng ink eradicator, no, gusto mo sanang baguhin yung laman, yung numbers, or yung amount, yung pirma na nakalagay doon, kapag tinry mo yon dahil safety paper, lalo na kung safety paper ang gamit doon sa cheque, no, may lalabas po or magre-result ng halimbawa void or merong mga marks, sometimes marks lang naman, no, na indicating na void na yung cheque that you tried to forge it. Another security feature are invisible fluorescent design. No, ito yung pinakaalam. No, this fluorescent design can only be revealed through special fluorescent lights such as UV lights. Okay, 12 lang, no? Ayun na po yung types of paper. Doon po tayo sa properties of paper. Weight. Paper weights, paper are weighed by rim, no? Yung isang buong grupo po nila, ang one rim po is equivalent to 500 sheets. Sheet is a single piece of paper. Okay, so a letterhead stationery is usually 25 pounds per rim. Letterhead is small, short bond paper. Number 2, strength. Paper is categorized by its strength. Is measured by tensile strength. So, ano ang tensile strength? Ang tensile strength po ng papel is when you hold the both end of the paper and then you try to rip it apart. That way. Okay? Imagine, wala talaga kasing, ay meron, ayun! Kita rin kita. Felt tip, ballpoint, try natin. So, kapag ka may papel po, papel, no? Kunyari papel, sige, if you hold both end of the paper right here, kung saan may bilog, and then you try to rip it apart in this direction, no? Measuring the force that you are putting doon sa pagpunit sa kanya in that way, yun po si tensile strength. So, there is a machine used for measuring the tensile strength of the papers. Again, another naman pong strength is the bursting test or the puncture test. Yan naman po yung pagsaksak sa papel, parang pagsaksak ng ice pick. Okay. Number 3, corrugation. Nasaan na yun? Yun. So, yung corrugation po, yan po yung, or corrugated paper, yan yung nasa karton. No, na kapag tiningnan nyo yung karton ng malapitan, there are 2 layers and then sa gitna, may paganyan-ganyan. And then there there are this layer that are curly or wavy. Yun po yung corrugated paper. So, ginagawa po yun, or the process of corrugation is used mainly to improve or to reinforce the strength of the paper. Number 4, durability is used to ascertain the wearability of the book. So, again, another property of the paper is durability. Hindi siya directly proportionate to strength. So, durability, ito yung ibig sabihin ng kahit gaano katagal ng panahon, no? Buo pa rin siya or matibay pa rin siya, hindi pa rin siya madaling masira. That is durability. Yan. Papers that are designed to last a very long time. Number 5, thickness. Katulad din ng sabi ko ngayon sa MSG ng papel shows the measurement. That is a measurement for the thickness of the paper. The thickness of the paper can be measured with calipers. Caliper is an instrument. Ito pong word na to is an instrument used to measure the thickness and thinness of the paper. Next, finish. Property of paper, finish. So, ang paper finishes, iba-iba po yan. Pwedeng coated or uncoated. Dull or shiny. Parang matte or shiny or glossy yan. Ibang term. Then, smooth or rough. And glare-proof. So, yung glare-proof naman, yung kapag tinutukan nyo ng ilaw, tapos hindi nagre-reflect, glare-proof yun. Kapag hindi siya glare-proof, if you can see that some papers, lalo na textbooks, kapag tinutukan nyo ng papel, nagre-reflect po yung liwanag or nagkakaroon ng spot kung saan nagre-reflect yung liwanag. So, other properties include water absorbability, resistance sa water, repellency and ink absorption. Ano pa? Stiffness or limp, yung pagkatigas ng papel, porous or impermeable, and soil resistant. Forensic document examiners need to know these properties to aid in the identification of the paper when questions are raised about it in a document case. So, yun po yung iba pang properties of the paper, pero hindi na natin siya gaanong we are not going to emphasize these properties. However, when you become a question document examiner, you should acquaint yourself with this kind of properties of the paper. So again, this kind of videos po is or will be unlisted from the YouTube. So I will definitely know if manonood kayo or hindi. Or at least I would have a way of measuring kung ilan talaga yung nanood. And then also reminder, please answer the questions right after this video. So that would be all. Thank you.